We are starting a meditation in several minutes' time. About 4 minutes you have. Morning. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, dawn. It is a dawn, a new dawn. It's a new day and it's a new dawn. Calm morning, calm mind. Yep, exactly. Or we could say calm mind, calm morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It is 8 o'clock on May 26th, Tuesday, May the 26th, 8 a.m. This is Meditate with Adam, session 65. And I will begin by reading from Guide to the Grateful Way of Life, sometimes known as the Yellow Book. If you can't remember the title or you just can't be bothered to say all those G's. It says in here, in the Grateful Seeds section, we are built in a state of calm that can completely transform our experience of life. In our world, there is extensive information about the potential that we currently have and the steps that we need to take to actualize it. Most of this content focuses on the potential that we have in our worldly life and involves making external changes that will lead to external growth. Many of these methods work, and if we follow them, they can lead to external progress and success. In today's contemplation, however, we are interested in spending time recognizing the potential that we have within our mind for inner development, both now and in the future. In the same way, when gold was first discovered in California, specks of it appeared in the river, indicating that close by there was a vast source of this precious metal. If we reflect briefly on the insights already gained from our training of the mind, even if it is just a slight glimmer of the peace that has arisen within our mind, this is an indication that there is more to experience. Compared to the discovery of gold, the wealth of inner peace is much more significant and meaningful, providing us with the power and energy to solve all our daily problems and find happiness, regardless of our external circumstances. The more effort and application we put into learning and training our mind, creating the causes and conditions for inner peace to arise, the more we will gain experience of the calm that is present within, beneath the busyness of distraction. Everyone has extraordinary potential to experience inner peace. So that's all of us here this morning. Yeah, we all. You might think, well, not me. Surely not me. I lead a busy life. I have this problem. I have that problem. No, we all have extraordinary potential. We take it personally, as you feel. I have extraordinary potential. It's not intellectual. I do have extraordinary potential for inner peace. Once we have found the methods for discovering this, it is just a case of applying ourselves to the training. We have the seeds to experience a feeling of deep inner peace, contentment, and happiness. We have the potential. We have incredible potential. Through appreciating this potential, we will naturally apply effort to actualize it through training in meditation. So why am I reading from this section this morning? Because we need effort. We need to apply effort if we want to keep practicing day after day after day after day and deepening our experience. And even when we're in meditation, to stay focused and concentrated instead of thinking, what am I going to do later? And I'll just tick it off the list and go on to the next thing. To go deeper, we need to have this enthusiasm and realize that there is deep peace in there. There is great potential. And this analogy is like when the 49ers went to California and they found specks of gold. Yeah, this is a good sign. It indicates there's more. There's a lot more. And there was. And it caused this gold rush. If you've trained in these meditations thus far and you've had some small taste of inner peace, you just had some sense of this sky-like mind. It doesn't have to be for a long time. You just had a glimmer of that. Then that is telling you, that's a sign indicating there's more to be had. Yeah. But we need, of course, to have the correct causes and conditions. For most of us, our lives are busy. Like now, for example, we're doing half an hour, but then what? Yeah. It's a great achievement to do half an hour in the morning. You have to bear in mind that a lot of the distractions that we have to contend with in our mind come because our lives are so busy. So, for example, once we've done this meditation now, we most probably will go on and do the whole day will be full of busyness. And nevertheless, we can appreciate that there is deep peace in our mind. And it's just a case of creating the right structure in our life to be able to access it. And as I've been saying during lockdown, we're on day 65. this is our opportunity because there is less physical external distraction. So it's encouraging us to go inwards, not to sit at home feeling bored and miserable, but to spend valuable time discovering this great source of peace within our mind. Worldly activities, it's said in the text, they're like an old man's beard. Yeah, he shaves it off in the morning, and by the evening they've come again. So worldly activities are endless. Now is the time to put effort into training our minds. So we'll go through the stages, taking 5 deep breaths, setting our intention, doing the 9-round breathing, calming the mind, taking our attention into our heart, visualizing a seed, going into that space, then going into the space of the mind, meditating on the space of the mind. The mind is a formless entity. It is like space. It is vast. It is not the body. Our body is made of form. Yeah. It's bone, skin and bone. Our mind isn't made of skin and bone. It's a formless entity. It's like the sky. If you go out into the sky, you don't hit an edge. It has no boundary. Our mind has no boundary. It feels restricted, and there's a boundary. Why? What's restricting the mind is the conceptions that we have. Conceptual thought. Yeah. Strong conceptual thought makes the mind feel very tight, very stressed, very anxious. This is what we are working with. We're not going to war with our thoughts. We are just having a patient mind thinking, my thoughts, conceptual thoughts, are like clouds in the sky of my mind. So as we're sitting here, we just allow ourselves to settle. And then we'll see these thoughts coming and then going. Now, one of the very intriguing, interesting, quite incredible occurrences that will arise when we look at the mind and when we look at our thoughts directly, mindfully, is that they disappear. Yeah, so often people say, oh, I just want to clear my mind of thoughts. Just want to be free of all these busy thoughts, wake up in the middle of the night, all these thoughts. Can't get them out of our head. Yeah. And all these thoughts, worries, anxious, anxieties. The best way to clear the mind is to look at it. Just look. And it's almost like they go scuttling away. One analogy I found helpful, one of my teachers used to use was, they're like a naughty child who's doing something mischievous and doesn't realize that they're being watched. Yeah, they think they're just getting away with it. And then they turn around and realize that they're being watched, and suddenly they stop. Yeah. And these are like our thoughts. Most of the time they're playing up. And then when we just look at them, not aggressively, just look, they disappear. This is why the activity of looking and watching the mind is so helpful for us. So helpful, both in meditation, like we're doing now formally, and out of meditation during the day. Look at your mind. Look at the mind. Keep looking. The mind is a much better place to look than the internet. You imagine if we'd spent the same amount of time looking at the internet, looking at our mind that we have done at the internet. Okay, let's go again. So please sit comfortably in your chair or on the floor, wherever you find yourself this morning. Let's begin by taking 5 deep inhalations. Deep inhalation. Hold it. And breathe out. Deep inhalation. And breathe out. Deep inhalation. Really take a deep lungful. And breathe out. Deep inhalation. And breathe out. Final one. Nice and deep. And hold this for as long as you can and breathe out when you are ready to do so. Feeling the world slowing down. Our body slowing down. Our back straightening and chest opening. And then we engage in the 9-round breathing. Thumb inside the left hand, fingers over, underneath the right chest, index finger, thumb. Deep inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Inhalation. Switch. 3 exhalations. Hands rested in the lap. Deep inhalation. Three exhalation. Go again. Inhale. Switch. Exhale. Inhale. Switch. Exhale. Deep inhalation. Both nostrils. Hold it. Exhale. 3 times. When you're doing the exhalation, on the third one, try to breathe it all out. Go again. Inhalation. Switch. Exhalation. Deep inhalation. Hold it. Switch. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Hold this for as long as you can, and in your own time, breathe it out when you're ready. We set our compassionate intention, reaching out to all those in our life, our community involved, wishing that they can find freedom and happiness in their life. And intending to train in meditation to be of benefit to them, benefit ourselves, our future self, but also we can benefit many people. If our mind is peaceful, happy, positive, then of course can benefit many people. Allow your breath to normalize. Turn your attention inwards. Visualize your incredible potential as a small seed of light at your heart. This is like a doorway into the vast space of our mind. We draw our attention to the heart. And we rest here. My mind, like the sky. My breath like the wind. My body like a mountain. Appreciating my thoughts clouds, in the sky of my mind. I can learn to step back from them and be peaceful and happy in my life. So try to get an image of your mind and then focus on it. Single point of view. As our session draws to a close, from this seed of light at our hearts, we extend our love and compassion to all those in our life and in the world, wishing everybody to find happiness, bliss in their hearts. And we visualize from this seed of light, light radiating out, reaching countless people. We send our best wishes to as many people as possible to find peace, calm and fearlessness in their hearts. Okay, thank you very much. When you're ready, please bring your session to a close. The practical application of this meditation would be, now, come out of meditation. We go into our daily life. We see somebody. We think about somebody. That could be someone we live with, a neighbor, someone that we interact with at work, somebody that we see in the street. We develop some form of frustration towards them. Yeah. Usually, when that mind comes, it comes from here. It comes, we see the person, there's some frustration with respect to them. It seems like they're the reason why we're feeling frustrated. We blame them, and then negativity and stress arises. When we're looking at the mind, we, just as we did in meditation, we see that thought coming, the finger pointing, but instead of following the finger, you know that old expression, one finger pointing outwards, three pointing back at you. We follow the thought, but then we come back and we watch it and realize that the thought has come from our mind. And the process of watching it pacifies it. That's how we can liberate ourselves from negative thinking. Yeah. This is the ultimate way of doing it. You can try to stop it, keep stopping it, telling yourself off, you know, it's not effective really. The best way is to watch the thoughts coming. And as a consequence of doing a morning meditation like you've just done, you empower yourself to do that. Without doing a morning meditation, it's virtually impossible to do this because our mind is so quick. Yeah. Even if your mind doesn't feel quick, it's reacting continuously. So we have to be as quick as that, watch it, bring it back in that way, you can stay here and be peaceful through the day. Good luck with that, and see you tomorrow morning, same time. Have a great day, everybody.